Good afternoon. This is Tom Alexander. It is Sunday, October 27th. It is about 12 noon in beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. This is the weekend update that I do every week. You can go to alexandertrading.com and you can see all my weekly updates. If you're new to this, by the way, if you find value in this, I'd very much appreciate it if you would subscribe, like, make comments, etc. It helps with the algorithms and it helps me to grow the channel. So I'd very much appreciate that. Okay, let's talk about the U.S. indices in particular. Now, I do have a PDF, and in that PDF, I have some coverage of other markets beside the U.S. indices. In this video, I only cover the U.S. indices. But you can get that PDF by, again, going to the website. You can pick it up there, or if you're on my mailing list, there's a link there. And if you want to get on that mailing list and you are not on that mailing list, I don't sell lists or spam you. Shoot me an email, tom@alexandertrading.com. Say, please put me on the list. I'll put you on the list. Okay. So let's talk about what's going on in the market. Well, I don't really know. I don't know anything you don't know. There's no magic in here that suggests we're going to go straight down or straight up from here. We are in an uncertain time. We're in front of a U.S. election that could be interesting, to say the least. The markets are whippy. They're all over the place, both intraday on a day-to-day basis. There's no way in the world anybody in their right mind, anybody that has been following the markets for any length of time or trading for any length of time would dare tell you what where this market is going to be in the next 7 or 8 days. There's just no way to know. Now, I'm going to show you some charts in a minute. I'm going to show you some levels, but I'm just telling you from experience. I've been doing this for 40 years. I've been trading for almost 40 years. So there are certain times where you just let things come to you. This is not one of those times to be anxious about being out of the market. If anything, I've always said this: not trading is trading. This is one of those times. If you are trading now, if you're an experienced trader, that's great. I personally, I have positions on. They're small positions, and at this juncture, it's as much of a trade strategy, money management situation as it is guessing which way the market is going to go. If you are basing your trading entirely on guessing market direction, that's, first of all, that's not a good thing, but that's a whole nother subject. So what is the direction of the market? Well, it's been up in the long-term time, in the intermediate to long-term time frames. It is definitively higher. We're making higher highs and higher lows, weekly, daily charts. Let's just go to the charts. And we'll start with the SPX. So the levels right now are pretty simple. From a price action perspective, the levels are right here on the chart. It's the recent highs, and then you have this pivot low from last Wednesday, and then below there you have this ledge down here that was created. Where we go back up and test, or go higher or go lower, who knows? I honestly, I'm just being candid with you. There's no one knows, and the more, if you find someone that is giving you some sort of super duper trade plan for Monday's trade, it's laughable. It's just we're in a situation. Short term, the stock market is generally random anyway, but this is randomness on steroids intraday now and on a day-to-day basis. Just be aware of that. Now, things will clear up and we'll have a much more defined opportunity with a much better defined risk levels and potential reward. Right now, the next 3 or 4% move in this market is a coin flip. Okay, that's the SPX. Let's look at the NDX. Similar situation. The levels are pretty well defined, but where it goes to which level is a guess. So here are the levels, and again, this is in the PDF that you either received in the email that you got, or you can go to the website and pick it up there. Go to alexandertrading.com, weekly updates, and click on the 1027 report, and you'll get it. And that's the NDX. Let's go to the Dow. Here are the levels in the Dow. Here are the levels in the Russell. So you can see everything is very squirrely. And then the New York Composite. So, Friday was an interesting day with pretty strong reversals into the close. Okay, the technical situation. I use very, very simple things from a technical perspective, and it's always it's market generated information. It's nothing magical, oscillators and all this other stuff. So VIX closed Friday above 20. It has had a very, very difficult time dropping, even as the market has been making higher highs and higher lows. It's been unusually elevated for a market that is this strong in terms of its elevation and its general trend. So, and I think this is reflective of the uncertainty we have as we head into this election in about 6 or 7 trading days. Another really interesting chart to me is this one. Now, this is the red line is a 10-day moving average of NYSE advancing issues. Green is a 5-day moving average of advancing issues. This is sort of a blunt instrument type of thing. It cannot be rotated. Some of you have heard me say that a million times, and I say it over and over again because everybody wants to take something and turn it into, red light, green light, and there's nothing in the market that is like that. However, there are correlations that occur that are pretty consistent that can be helpful at times. One of those correlations is when this 10-day moving average reaches a lower extreme down here. I've sort of highlighted recent lower extremes. It typically is near short-term lows. Another thing that is correlated at times with short-term lows is a closing breadth of negative 2,000. Now, the last time we had a closing breadth of negative 2,000, it happened to be absolutely coincident with this pivot low that occurred on 8.5. They're not always coincident with pivot lows. They also can be kickoffs to larger degree downtrends, but if and when we get another negative 2,000 breadth reading, we will analyze it at that point in time and within that context. Okay, guys, once again, be patient, be disciplined. We're going to have incredible opportunity coming out of this. The worst thing you can do is to get in here and over leverage yourself in this market and make big guesses. If you're making big bets here, you're doing that. You're betting, you're gambling. It's an uncertain time, but out of this, we're going to have more clarity. We'll have a tremendous opportunity coming out of this in a few weeks, whether it's up or down. So we shall see. You guys have a great week, and I'll speak with you again soon.